What's with it? It's your boy Daryl here in motherfucking Aberdeen, Washington. In that building behind me, blood, 200 people was murdered inside that building. Yeah, blood, I'm not fucking kidding you. And we gonna go around the other side. We gonna take a closer look at that shit. But from like 1906 to 1910, Billy Gohl used that building right there as a murder spot. He killed a lot of motherfuckers in there. So I'm standing in front of the murder house, the old Sailors Union building where Billy Gohl murdered possibly 200 men, shoved them down chutes into the river, blood. We gonna have a better look, see if we can get inside this motherfucker. It's closed off, blood, but see if we can break in or some shit. Alright, so this is the outside. Yeah, there probably ain't no point in breaking into this motherfucker, is there? God damn. So underneath these floorboards, blood, is where that motherfucker used to throw bodies after he killed them. 200 men was killed inside this room, possibly. It's crazy, huh? Getting this motherfucker playing, there a bunch of bums up in here sleeping and shit, so I'm getting the fuck out. I ain't trying to step on their fucking territory and shit. But it's pretty fucking wild though, player. What's wild about this though, man, I can't believe there a bunch of bums up in there, blood. That's fucking creepy as hell. So recently I had made a trip up to Washington State, and I got to stop by for a hot minute a town I used to live in called Aberdeen, Washington. And Aberdeen, it was a big fucking town 100 years ago, blood, but them days done gone and went. Aberdeen got itself a pretty bad fucking reputation. And one of the things that town's known for, besides Kurt Cobain living there, is Billy Gohl. Some people say that Billy Gohl was America's worst serial killer, that he murdered up to 200 fucking people inside that building. I was just trying to look inside. They say that Billy Gohl used to, whenever you get a sailor by himself in the building, he start finding out information, find out they had family members, anybody's gonna know they missing. And once he found out, he fucking murdered him, blood. And he had a special trap door set up inside that building when it was high tide, when the river's rushing. He dropped down that trap door, blood, they just float down the river. There was so many dead men, so they started calling Aberdeen the port of missing men. But there's a little bit more to this fucking story. You see, living in Aberdeen, blood, all you ever hear about is how this dude was hella evil, he did all this sick shit, blah, blah, blah. But you don't hear the real fucking history behind it. And after doing a little bit of research and listening to this one author from Grace Harbor, his fucking theory on it, I can say pretty concrete that Billy Gohl didn't murder anybody. He was completely set up. He was completely fucking innocent. All them 200 men that they accused him of killing, he didn't kill one of them, blood. You see, when you hear people talk about this whole event, this whole part of Aberdeen history, they never fucking mention the fact that he was a really powerful and effective labor leader. And the elites of Aberdeen had already tried a number of times to get this motherfucker arrested for shit he didn't do. And I didn't know any of that. Aberdeen, Washington was the biggest lumber port in the entire fucking world. And it was dangerous as hell, and motherfuckers was getting killed all the time there. All they did was blame him for every single one of these motherfuckers that died on their job. There was no proof he murdered anybody. And after he was convicted and sent to prison to die of syphilis, the dead bodies didn't stop, blood. There was still hundreds of them washing up all the fucking time in the Wisconsin River. And this shit ain't as uncommon as you fucking think. It's just like my homie Chris, blood. Chris didn't do any of that sick shit they fucking accused him of, blood. It's all bullshit. Chris is innocent. Nah, Chris pissed off the wrong motherfuckers in Vallejo with all his political activism, and he got himself into a fucking world trouble he wasn't ready for. It's the same thing with Billy Gohl, blood. He was fucking political activist, he was an effective organizer, leader, and they had to get rid of this cat, just like they did to Chris. But if you ever hear people talk about Billy Gohl, how he's America's worst serial killer, It's all bullshit, blood. He was fucking innocent.